The Commonwealth Utilities Corporation found elevated levels of PFAS, also known as forever chemicals, in some southern villages on Saipan connected to the Isley Reservoir entry point. The safety standard is set through what's called the maximum contaminant level, or MCL, which is 70 parts per trillion. A sample collected from the Isley Reservoir on September 6 contained 108.2 parts per trillion, and a sample collected on September 27 had a level of 77.8 parts per trillion. Both are above the MCL. The affected areas include customers in Chalancanoa, San Antonio, Afetnas, portions of Coblerville, Asperdido, Asgono, Susupi, San Jose, Oliai, and portions of Chalanlalao Beach Road.
After getting these results that we still exceeded the 70 part per trillion, we have taken off some of our higher contaminated wells to bring that level down below the 70 part per trillion. We will be testing another round of samples either this week or between November 27th and December 1st. And that we sample on a quarterly basis. So that will be our fourth quarter for this year. And hopefully the measures we have taken will reduce it well below the 70 part per trillion.
Before the samples were collected, CUC installed granular activated carbon treatment units to decrease PFAS levels. They say they changed 20 vessels at 10 wells before August. CUC plans to install 2 larger GAC units by the end of the year and take 2 wells with high PFAS levels offline. They're seeking long-term solutions.
For long-term, we are looking at alternative solutions. We're going to be putting additional GAC treatment in some additional wells and a larger units that will be basically polishing of the ones we've already got online that will treat 1,000 gallons per minute. The construction of those are scheduled to start this month and be completed by around March. We are also working with EPA on doing allowing them to do a pilot study here in Saipan for destruction of the PFAS compounds and treatment, which will give us the information needed for a more long-term solution.
CUC says this is not an emergency. They define PFAS as a large, complex group of synthetic chemicals that have been used in consumer products since the 1950s. It's also found in firefighting foam. It could cause illness if consumed.
It seems highly likely this is all or mostly from AFFF, they call it. It's airport firefighting foam. So it's something that they use to train with to put out fires at airports around the country. The breakdown of what we are seeing in the water is highly probable it's AFFF. That was used years ago and has been sort of phased out, but we're now seeing it in the groundwater.
Residents in affected villages should not drink the tap water or use it to cook with. However, CUC says it's still safe to shower and bathe in. This is not a new issue.
CUC has actually been monitoring a lot of these places quarterly for quite some time. We first saw detections back in 2015, and back then it wasn't regulated at all across anywhere in the country. And then shortly thereafter, EPA came out with a health advisory. And that kind of created cause for alarm. And ever since, we've been trying to proactively both sample, and CUC has been adding treatment facilities to water wells within these areas.
And there's still more to learn.
We're unknown as to how much firefighting foam was used in the area. And so we really don't have a big grasp on how long we'll need to treat the water. It might be for many, many years. So it is alarming, but there is treatment facilities being constructed as we speak, and lots of other things are going on behind the scenes as we move forward with this.
Thomas Manglona, KUAM News, Saipan.